It's my birthday, my spiritual birthday, 60 years today. And I remember 60 years ago. I remember my Sunday school teacher saying, now write this date down because you want to remember when it happened. This morning I asked Siri what day of the week was September 15th, 1957. I wanted to make sure I was remembering it correctly. She said Sunday. It was Sunday. And that was a great day. 60 years ago. Long time, I know. I was 5 years old, and these years have been really great. 5 or 10 years ago, I did a podcast about this. Wrote about it. I guess it was a blog at that point. And I said that I was disappointed at my 50th spiritual birthday because I really thought I'd be a lot further along. And this year, I don't feel the same way. Yeah, I was hoping I'd be further along, but I understand why I'm not. I also understand that God has carried me through this whole time. I understand that my faith is stronger than it's ever been, not based on me, but because of what He's done. I also know that I understand more these days than I ever have before. I'm more reliant on Him. My temperament is different. Everything about me has changed over the last 60 years and continues to change. And even in the last 10 years since I did that podcast about being disappointed, I have to say that I've come a long way since then. I think I appreciate where God's brought me so much more. I realize how much I can't do and how much He does. I realize again how much He's carried me through this whole time. But I also realize that I wish I wouldn't have waited this long to really have this perspective. That's why I'm excited to share it with you. You know, folks, it's a wonderful thing to say, God has carried me. And again, people say, well, God is a crutch. And I say, no, much more than a crutch. He's a stretcher. He carries me. I need to be carried. I think we get to this place where we realize how much we can't do and how much He needs to do. And when you allow Him to do it, there are miracles every day. I could fill up days of just talking about the things that God's done in my life that are miraculous. Every single day there seems to be one of those. And people say, well, that's just coincidence. And I have to tell you that after 60 years of this, they're much more than coincidence. I realize that doesn't just happen to people like this. The way that God has orchestrated my meetings with other people, the way He's orchestrated my insight into issues around me with family, friends, the way that He's directed the ministry, and we've never really had any money for ministry. We still don't, and I wish we did. Right now it's critical again with the homeless ministry, and I sure wish we had a lot more than we have. And I invite anybody to please get involved if you can. That'd be awesome. But even during these times when God's stretching me, we always make it. We always do. It's miraculous. It always is. And, sanctuaries in a lot of countries, and we're doing a lot of things, and, it's reached a lot of people. And the coolest part about all of that is that we've never had any money to do it with. We still don't. God, Jehovah Jireh, He is our provider, always has been. But even more than that, He's been my best friend, and still is. And I can honestly say that, truthfully say that at the end of the day, He's still the most important relationship that I have. His intimacy with me is still phenomenal. I still feel it. I still cherish it. I still count on it. He still guides me. So, 60 years, I'm excited to celebrate. Celebrate with me. It's a great time. 60 years of God's faithfulness, His blessing, His insight, His guidance, His unconditional love. I hope you're having a good journey as well. If you haven't gotten started yet, get started. If you have gotten started, keep going forward and always allow God to guide your life. God bless you. Have a great day.